Ever feel like some things just break way too easily? You get annoyed, thinking it's just cheap manufacturing. But what if I told you that for many everyday items, breaking is actually part of a brilliant design? Today, we're diving into the secret world of things that are meant to fail, and you'll be amazed at the genius behind it. Let's start with something you see every day: car bumpers. You might get into a minor fender bender and see your bumper completely crumpled. Frustrating, right? But that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Modern bumpers are designed as part of a crumple zone. When there's an impact, the bumper deforms and absorbs a huge amount of the kinetic energy from the crash. Think of it like a cushion. This process slows down the deceleration and directs the force away from the passenger cabin. So, while it looks like a mess, that crumpled bumper just saved you from a much more serious injury. Early cars had rigid steel bumpers that looked tough, but in a collision, they transferred almost all the force directly to the car and its occupants. The shift to bumpers that brake on purpose was a massive leap forward in automotive safety. The car is sacrificing its front end to protect its most precious cargo, you. So next time you see a crumpled bumper, remember it did its job perfectly. Now, let's move inside your home to the fuse box. Have you ever had a power surge and suddenly everything goes dark? You go to the fuse box and you find a blown fuse, a tiny piece of wire that melted and broke the circuit. It might seem like a hassle to replace, but that little break just saved your house from a potential fire. An electrical fuse is a deliberate weak link in an electrical circuit. It's designed to handle a specific amount of current. If the current suddenly spikes due to a power surge or a faulty appliance, the thin wire inside the fuse heats up and melts almost instantly. This breaks the circuit, stopping the flow of electricity before it can overheat the wiring in your walls, which could easily ignite. It's a simple, inexpensive, but incredibly effective safety device. It sacrifices itself to protect your much more expensive electronics and, more importantly, your entire home. So, that tiny break is a life-saving feature, not a flaw. Let's talk about something you encounter at the grocery store: plastic packaging tabs. You know, those little plastic rings or tabs you have to snap off to open a new bottle of milk, juice, or a jar of food. It might seem like just another piece of plastic to throw away, but it's a critical security feature. These are called tamper-evident bands. If that seal is broken before you buy it, it's a clear signal that someone might have opened the product. This design is all about ensuring the safety and integrity of what you're consuming. It gives you peace of mind knowing that your food or drink hasn't been contaminated or messed with. The simple act of that tab snapping off is a guarantee of freshness and security. It's a small detail, but it plays a huge role in modern food safety standards. It's designed to break once and only once, creating a one-way security gate between the factory and your kitchen. Here's one you definitely use every day: toilet paper. Ever wonder why it tears so neatly along those dotted lines? Those perforations are a feat of engineering. The goal is to make the paper strong enough to stay together on the roll, but weak enough to tear easily with a single, clean pull. Manufacturers spend a lot of time and money perfecting the size, shape, and spacing of these perforations. If they're too deep, the roll might fall apart during shipping. If they're too shallow, you end up with that frustrating jagged tear where you get either a tiny corner or a giant sheet. The design ensures a consistent and convenient user experience every single time. It's a control point of failure, engineered for the perfect break. It's one of those things we take for granted, but a lot of science goes into making sure your toilet paper breaks just right. For anyone who does DIY projects, you'll know this one: the snap-off utility blade. Instead of having to constantly sharpen your knife, these tools come with blades that are scored into multiple segments. When the tip gets dull, you don't throw the whole blade away. You just take a pair of pliers or the special cap on the knife's handle and snap off the used segment. Voila! You have a brand new factory sharp edge ready to go. This is a perfect example of breaking for convenience. It saves time, it's efficient, and it ensures you're always working with a sharp, effective tool. The blade is designed with specific weak points that allow for a clean, predictable break, revealing the fresh section underneath. It is a simple yet brilliant innovation that makes the tool far more practical and long-lasting than a traditional single-edged blade. Let us shift back to safety with something you might have at home or in an office: glass break detectors. These are small devices, often part of a security system, mounted on a wall or ceiling. But how do they work? They're designed to listen for a very specific sound, the high-frequency sound of shattering glass. But that's not all. To avoid false alarms from a dropped plate or a loud movie, they also listen for the simultaneous low-frequency thud of the impact that caused the glass to break. The detector is programmed to trigger an alarm only when it hears both sounds in the correct sequence. In a way, the system is designed around the unique way glass breaks. The specific acoustic signature of the event is the key. The break itself is the trigger, and the detector is finely tuned to recognize it instantly, providing an immediate response to a potential break-in. Think about the last time you opened a new bottle of aspirin or vitamins. You probably had to peel off a foil or plastic seal under the cap after you twisted it open. That is a safety seal, and its entire purpose is to be broken by you. This feature is mandated by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, especially for over-the-counter medicines. This regulation came about after a tragic incident in the 1980s where products were criminally tampered with on store shelves. Now, that seal is your proof that the product is fresh and untouched since it left the factory. If you ever see a medicine bottle with a broken or missing seal, you should not use it. That small barrier you have to break is one of the most important safety features in the pharmaceutical industry, providing a clear, unmistakable sign of the product's integrity. Here's a throwback for some of you: the classic CD jewel case. Remember how easily the hinges would crack or the little teeth that held the CD in place would snap off? It was infuriating. But there was a retail strategy behind this brittle design. In the heyday of music stores, theft was a major concern. The jewel cases were intentionally made of a brittle polystyrene. If a shoplifter tried to quickly crack the case open to steal the disc inside, the case would often shatter loudly and conspicuously, drawing attention from store employees. Furthermore, the bulky case was needed to trigger the security sensors at the store's exit. So, while it felt like a fragile, poorly designed product to us as consumers, it was actually a clever, low-cost anti-theft device for retailers. The frustration it caused was a side effect of its primary hidden purpose. Finally, let's look at something most of us carry right now: your phone, and more specifically, the screen protector on it. How many times have you dropped your phone, picked it up, and seen a spiderweb of cracks, only to feel immense relief when you realize it's just the screen protector? These protectors are designed to be sacrificial. They are made of tempered glass or plastic that is intentionally weaker and more prone to shattering than the Gorilla Glass on your actual phone screen. When you drop your phone, the screen protector absorbs the impact and disperses the force, cracking in the process. It sacrifices itself so your expensive, difficult-to-replace phone screen doesn't have to. That crack protector is a sign that it did its job perfectly. It's a layer designed to fail, to break first, and in doing so, to save you from a much costlier repair. So as we've seen, breaking isn't always a sign of a bad product. From protecting our lives in a car crash to ensuring our food is safe, sometimes things are designed to break for very good reasons. It's a hidden layer of genius in everyday objects we often overlook. It really changes how you see the world, doesn't it? Which one of these surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world around us. See you next time.